In this video, I'm going to cover a few things you probably do on the highway that either cause an accident, can cause an accident, or cause traffic jams. First, we'll cover things that are dealing with getting on the highway. Okay, I didn't time that right. It was supposed to look like the car was trying to get on the highway without checking his mirrors, and then ended up cutting in front of a truck. That actually happens a lot on the highway, and here is the reason why you should not do that. If you get in front of the highway without making sure it's safe, then you could end up making the cars that are already on the highway have to slow down considerably, and then when that happens, the cars behind this vehicle will end up having to slow down, and then a huge chain of reaction occurs, causing a traffic jam, because you could not make sure it was safe before getting on the highway. Here's what the driver should have done instead. Okay, here's what the driver should have done when getting on the highway. Okay, first of all, slow down and check your mirrors first, and if there's no one in the lane, then get on the highway. Never get on the highway while there are already cars on it, because then you're slowing down traffic. And you're supposed to give the right-of-way to the vehicles that are already on the highway anyway. And this is one thing that drivers do that I really get annoyed by, because when they do that, it slows down everyone that's on the highway, because we have to slow down for this one person that just wasn't patient enough to wait till it was safe. Here's another thing drivers do that get on my nerves. This is for truck drivers and car drivers. Okay, you're driving in the slow lane, and the vehicle in front of you is going a little bit too slow for you, so you switch lanes and go 1 mile per hour faster than the vehicle you're passing. This annoys me, because if you only wanted to go 1 mile per hour faster, then what was the point of going through the trouble of switching lanes? And then you end up having to slow down the slow lane because of this. If you're going to switch into the fast lane to pass a vehicle, you should at least travel the speed of the traffic that's already in that lane, so we don't have to slow down for it. Like, if the traffic is going 80 miles per hour, you should be going that fast too when you switch into that lane. And if you can't, you might as well stay in the slow lane. Like, what is the point of passing someone just to go 1 mile per hour faster? Okay, here's another thing that drivers do that's really annoying and can cause an accident. And this actually happened to me this morning. There was a truck in the slow lane with his four-way flashers on because he was going slower than the speed of traffic. And then there was this car. This car was driving behind the truck, and he was in a real hurry to pass him. So he gets into the fast lane without making sure it's safe, and almost hits me, because actually I almost hit him because I was traveling behind him in the fast lane. He used his turn signals, but he waited till he was halfway into the lane to actually do that. And he was traveling way too slow to be in the fast lane in the first place. What he should have done was wait until there was no cars in the fast lane, or wait until there was enough distance between the cars that he could get into the lane without slowing anyone down. He was traveling a lot slower than I was, and I was this close to hitting him. I had to really brake hard to avoid that. So what he should have done was wait till it was safe before switching lanes. Some people not only get on the highway in an unsafe manner by not checking to make sure it's safe before getting on. Some people actually jump all the way into the fast lane from the on-ramp, and that also gets on my nerves, because that's really unsafe and it slows down traffic. Instead, what they should have done was get on the slow lane and then gradually increase speed, and then when you get to a high enough speed, then switch into the fast lane. Instead, they want to go straight to the fast lane and slow down everyone on the highway in the process. Hey, look at that, a car accident. Let's slow down and not care at all about the fact that there are people behind us trying to get somewhere, and just watch and just look at it for some strange reason. This is actually something people do sometimes. When they see something on the side of the road, they actually slow down to look at it, and probably even have the passenger take pictures of it. This is really annoying because it's slowing down the traffic unnecessarily. Just keep moving. It's not so important that you have to stop the traffic for it. And now for getting off the highway. Some drivers like to slow down to like 30 miles per hour before actually getting into the off-ramp lane. This really annoys me if I'm the one behind them, because I'm like, I'm not the one getting off the highway, so why do I have to slow down for the ramp? I would appreciate if, whenever the ramp is long enough, instead of slowing down before you get your car all the way into the lane, instead, I would appreciate if you would stay at traffic speed, and then when you get your car all the way into the lane, then slow down for the curve that's coming up. If the ramp is long enough, of course. If it's not long enough, I would understand, but some people have like a half a mile of lane to slow down, but they still slow down before getting into the lane and slowing down all the traffic, and it's really irritating. Anyway, that's all I can think of for now.